Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
This department says a man who the Trump administration mistakenly deported to El Salvador but is now in the U.S. will be taken into Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody. They say it will happen after he's released from federal custody. I'm talking about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He was ordered to remain in custody until at least tomorrow. He's awaiting trial on smuggling charges. He has pleaded not guilty in that case. Abrego initially entered the U.S. illegally. Abrego's case is one of at least several in the country where an individual is facing both federal and immigration cases at the same time. Joining us now, NBC News senior Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley. So, Julia, this update from the Justice Department came down just a few minutes ago. Bring us up to speed on his case.
This update is a result of what the judge asked the Justice Department to do, and that was to coordinate with DHS to figure out if he would be taken into ICE custody and to make sure that if he is, that custody is somewhere near the vicinity of this court, because as Abrego's lawyers argued, he needs to be able to defend himself against these federal charges on smuggling. There was a chance he could have been taken to somewhere like Louisiana or Texas. His lawyer said that would be very difficult. It would be hard for him to have access to legal counsel there. It's actually kind of unusual that we would get kind of a showing of the cards from the Trump administration of one agency talking to another like this in court. Oftentimes, the Justice Department will comply with an order, release someone from federal custody, and ICE swoops in and arrests them in the parking lot of the courthouse or in the courthouse. In this case, they had to talk because it was the judge's order.
All right, NBC. All right. We're back with the Maryland father. We got some more breaking news and updates on the Maryland father. The Maryland father, the Democrats, these are Democrat heroes. All I can say is I wish they cared this much, as much as they care about illegal criminal aliens, I wish they cared this much about actual Americans. If they cared this much about actual Americans. No, on taxpayer dime. They gonna get down there and drink margaritas with their buddy, Can't reach out to the families that's grieving. Can't reach out and send their condolences. We wish they cared this much, right? You see this picture right here, y'all? They cared this much about actual Americans. If they treated Americans like this. I'm just saying, hey, all I can do is come on here and keep it real with the family. But what's going on, family? I hope everybody that's tuning in right now that you are having a great week. Had a great week. Happy Friday. It's Friday, y'all. We almost to the weekend. I know y'all been working hard, strung out. Some of y'all still got a smile on your face, no matter what you're going through. And I want to tell you guys that I love you, man. We're all living this fast time travel with so much corruption and just craziness happen. We're living in some of the darkest times and some of the biggest history yet. Yes, you and I are living in it. As I keep telling you guys, and we do not know what to expect next. And especially with these Democrats, what the next thing they're going to pull and how they're going to attack the current administration, these rogue judges, the Supreme Court got to step in. It's like the people spoke loud and clear, majority of America, But we wish y'all cared this much about actual Americans. You got to go sit down and have a good sparkling water, margarita with his buddy, We wish y'all cared this much about actual Americans, But breaking news, the U.S. government to deport MS-13 gang member, alleged wife beater, And then they sent her out there and they confront her live on TV, and then she has a dummy attack. She doesn't know what she wrote down in the witness statements, that she said this and that. About the black eye, about him, whooping her, but comes out and has a complete dummy attack and just lied to everybody, what a disgrace. But Kilmar Abrego Garcia to a third party country upon his release from Tennessee jail. Will Senator Chris Van Hollen have margaritas with him again when he's deported? I tell you, man, you know, it's finally the Supreme Court is acting like a majority. Fire up those deportation planes for criminals like Kilmar Garcia, who is headed to his new home in the South Sudan. Oh boy, let me check this out. And I see old Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller ain't playing no games. Say what y'all want about Mr. Miller. Say what you want.
Removed a lower court's injunction that had blocked the administration from deporting migrants to countries that they have no connection to. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller celebrating the win on Hannity last night. Watch.
This is an incredible victory, the Supreme Court win. It allows President Trump, as the law has long said, but the courts have blocked, it allows President Trump to send illegal aliens convicted of rape, murder, homicide, assault, battery, crimes against children to any country around the world that is willing to accept them.
And DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin is telling Fox News this, quote, if these activist judges had their way, aliens who are so uniquely barbaric that their own countries won't take them back, including convicted murderers, child rapists, and drug traffickers, would walk free on American streets. She continued this, quote, fire up the deportation plane.
Fire up the deportation planes. Woo! You know, that's what that's it's so beautiful, well said. Got dog at a new sheriff in town, daddy's home. And right now, daddy is pissed off. I tell you that right now, and stepdaddy. The stepdaddy is working with the biological father in this administration right here that we got today. Yeah. Daddy's home and he done pulled that belt out. You know? You seen daddy live on TV. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, and we got a tweet at 11 o'clock. Yeah. Boom, bam, bang, blow it up. Ain't nobody know nothing. They tried calling Chuck. And I think that was a terrible idea. You know, congressional approval. No. The hell with y'all. The hell with Congress. They ought to walk in Congress and put people in handcuffs. I'm waiting on the day they walk in there and just put everybody in handcuffs. I'm just saying. You know. Y'all, Barry, we read his real birth certificate. We read Obama's real birth certificate. He didn't need congressional approval. Oh, okay, all right. And he deported way more. So let's stop. The sweet hypocrisy, the sweet hypocrites, I tell you. God dog it, we finna win. We're gonna keep winning, and it's gonna be win after win after wins. Fire them planes up, and God dog it, I say put the judges on there. I say put them judges on there. Put them god doggone judges on there. Put them on the plane. Send them to Ukraine, El Salvador, Sudan. Send them to Austria. Look, send them somewhere. They got to go. I'm just saying. Yeah. You don't want to put the federal district judges think they outrank the president. I ain't never seen no shit like it. Yeah, put them on the plane. Think they outrank the president. You know, the people spoke loud and clear. We got to get things done. They already down there in Congress and Washington. Everybody arguing, don't want to get nothing done. People been there for years and have done nothing. Nothing. People enriching themselves. People caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Just a complete disgrace. I tell you. You know. And look at this big fool. They want us to feel sorry for this woman here. She off a script.
Our family. Over 3 months, we've had to stand and plead for his liberation. He missed birthdays, graduation.
Who wrote this script out? Who wrote they're terrible actors. Who wrote this script out?
And Father's Day. And today, he misses our wedding anniversary.
Oh.
I find myself again torn from my children's, traveling back to Nashville.
Yeah, they caught him in the Chevy, and they done built a eighth row inside the Chevy. It had like 5-6 rows in that Chevy. Was it that a Chevy? A Tahoe? Not a Tahoe. It was what that was, man. What they called them? But anyways, they put a whole 5th row in that truck. Had them all in the back seat. I tell you, man. Y'all seen the video. The officer was like, man, y'all got this thing rigged up. Y'all got 5, 6, 8 seats back there.
To fight for Kilmer's freedom. Instead of celebrating our love surrounding by families, I'm here.
Oh, this sad.
Yet I'm not alone.
Oh, Lord.
Today, in honor of Kilmer and our wedding anniversary,
Yo.
I will celebrate our fight and the fight for all those who stood with us and refused to give up. We will not stop until my husband is free.
Her husband
Kilmer,
is.
if you can hear me, I want you to know that all these hardships have only strengthened our love and deepened our faith in God.
Oh,
our children.
And they always bring up God. The way I tell you, unbelievable. I tell you, man, who wrote this script out? Who wrote it? Somebody please tell me who wrote it.
Are waiting for that call, knowing that you're on your way home to them. Kilmer should have never been taken away from us.
I think they ought to deport her and send her with them. I mean, get her out of here too. These paid actors, I'm telling you. Whoever wrote that script, terrible job. I can't hear no more. I'm sorry. Here, look. Democrats chosen trafficker hero. Here, look.
Body cam, but you're seeing it here first. Tennessee Highway Patrol stopped Kilmer for speeding and noticed he had 8 other people in the car. All no luggage. Take a look.
Hello, sir. How are you? Good, and you? All right. Everything good? You got a bunch of people in here, don't you? It's 1 for 6.
He said, man, you got a whole bunch of people in here, don't you? It's a party in there.
Yes.
It's a clubhouse in there.
Go back to work. Gotcha. Where are you working at? Where? St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri? Yes, sir. Gotcha. Okay. But I'm from Maryland. So where do y'all live at? Where I live? I live in Maryland. Maryland? Yeah, Oxford. Whose vehicle is it? What, excuse me? Whose car is it? It's to my boss. Your boss? My boss, yeah. Where's he live?
Yeah, I've showed y'all this clip millions of times, so.
What you got here, right? He's hauling these people for money. You got an ass hauler is what he's doing, but sometimes they commingle dope. No, what? There's 8 people in there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. They put an extra row of seats in there.
Yeah. So he's getting paid to haul these people, probably to Maryland, I would say, if I had my guess.
He said they all work together. That's what he's telling me, but he's the only one that knows English.
So let me ask you this. They don't have any luggage in there, right? And if you get them out, they're going to have a tube of toothpaste and they're going to have toothbrushes in their pockets, I guarantee you.
He's got $1,400 cash in his pocket in an envelope.
In the video, you can see one of the cops making a phone call. The body cam audio cuts out for 10 minutes. Sources told us that on that call was Joe Biden's FBI, which advised police not to detain Kilmer at the time.
I tell you.
That source also tells us Highway Patrol called Biden's ICE, and they never showed up.
Yeah.
Biden's guys said an MS-13 gangster, suspected human smuggler and wife beater, released into the country. God knows what he did and was never caught for before Trump deported him.
Y'all see what's been walking through our communities, man. The lives that have been devastated, people that are grieving right now, the beautiful souls that should still be here, the completely run down communities, cities, how these places have been just torn up, man. And that's why we come over here and we just speak common sense, man, whether you like it or not. And most people that are watching this, that are part of the family on this channel, agree. So none of this is surprising when all this comes out, when the footages come out, when the statements come out. The wife said this, come to find out he been beating on the wife, and now she done got compromised. We all know, man. And they all come out with this sad sob story, come out here acting. Yeah, people are done with this crap. I tell you. You just can't make this up, man. Let's see what Explain America said on this. Let's see.
Poster child of an anti-Trump narrative, paraded around by Democrats as the poster child of an anti-Trump narrative. Supposedly a model immigrant wrongfully deported under Trump's immigration crackdown. But now we know the truth. And the Justice Department just made a blockbuster announcement. This documented MS-13 gang member will not be walking free. He will not be returned to Maryland. No, the DOJ is done playing games. It's going to assure this accused criminal alien doesn't see the light of day. But before we get into the story, now Kilmar Abrego Garcia will stand trial in Tennessee on federal human smuggling charges. This comes despite the efforts of a rogue federal judge, Barbara Holmes, who ruled that he had the right to be released while awaiting trial. But on Wednesday, even she had to delay his release out of concern that ICE would immediately detain and deport him before justice could be served. Meanwhile, Abrego Garcia's lawyers have launched a legal Hail Mary, filing an emergency motion begging another judge, Paula Hennis in Maryland, to order his return to Maryland and block immigration authorities from removing him. Why the desperation? Because the DOJ has made it clear they're going to try him and deport him, but not to El Salvador, where he has deep connections and could potentially slip back into the United States. They plan to remove him to a third country, where he won't be coming back. A DOJ spokesman didn't mince words. He said, "This defendant has been charged with horrific crimes, including trafficking children. It will not walk free in our country again," unquote. So he's accused of child trafficking, domestic abuse, verbal and physical violence against his own family, MS-13 gang ties. Even his wife filed a protective order in 2020 saying her son and stepchildren needed protection from him.
Yep.
And what about the American people? And yet, Democrats still tried to make him the face of the so-called broken system.
Their hero.
They painted him as a dad, a husband, a model immigrant. And now, they're pretty quiet. Let's be clear, this case is not just about one man. It's about an entire political class that is willing to mislead the public, elevate dangerous individuals, and then throw a tantrum when reality catches up to the narrative. The DOJ did the right thing. They overruled a rogue judge. They refused to let a dangerous man slip through the cracks. And they're sending a message. The days of catch and release are over.
Over.
We're watching a media meltdown in real time over this because the truth doesn't fit the narrative that they want to tell. More soon about this story because this one's not done yet. Please like, comment,
You know what I'm saying? New sheriff's in town. Daddy's home. Common sense is back. I say deport the rogue judges. Yeah. Bye-bye, Garcia. They say, put the judge in prison. I'm reading some of these comments. No more rogue judges. He should be deported. Very good. Go to prison. It's time to go home. Woo. Yeah. You just can't make it up, man. But let me know what y'all think of all this, man. I wish they cared this much about actual Americans, man. That's my message. As much as they care about these criminals, these gang member criminals, illegals, I wish they just cared this much about Americans. A disgrace. It really is. But I love y'all. God bless you all and your family. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, you guys.